welcome to another episode of Palmtrees in Progress Presents on NBC KCAA 106.5 FM and 1050 AM in the Inland Empire and worldwide on all streaming platforms. I'm your host, Erick Osario, and joined with us as always is the better half of the show, Andrew Berkeley Big Dog Tavares. Hey. Yo, brother man, how's it going?
Good. How about you?
Oh, doing pretty good. We also have we have a special guest host as well who joined us today, and it's the lovely Abigail Johnson. What up, Abby? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Good. Second time you asked.
Okay, let's give her some DJ horns. All right, now she's there. So everybody, how was your guys' Father's Day before we bring on our guest and stuff?
The kids did me right this Father's Day.
What was it?
I said the kids did me right this Father's Day.
And for listeners of the show, who they probably know, Andrew is not a father. He's a good Tio, though. He's a good Tio. I would definitely say that. What'd you get your dad? You get him a nice little Buchanan's bottle, Jameson bottle. What's going on?
We did get him the Jameson bottle with the 36 pack. So that's like his go-to every Father's Day and birthday. That's just kind of like the basic that we can do, but then we do the other gift. We got him the military hat, the Angels one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So he loves that because he's Army vet. He wants to put his name on the back of it and have it stitched in. So it's really cool.
Ooh, nice. Well, if you guys need some embroidery, let me know. And Abby, I know you didn't spend Father's Day with your pops, but what'd you do yesterday, right? You got to bring in the day yesterday with him.
I did. I took him out to dinner, and then I took a long walk with him just to enjoy the, weather, and then we just watched a movie till I left.
Any Fast and the Furious movies? What's going on? What did we watch?
No.
That's about family, so I just assumed that would be the one.
No, that wouldn't be the one, unfortunately.
Just take back some Corona Familias and, watch that. That's what I wanted my 8-year-old daughter to do, but maybe in a couple years, she'll buy me a Corona Familia and we'll just binge Too Fast, Too Furious or whatever newer ones out.
Yeah, give it a few years.
My pockets ain't empty.
What about you, Dad of the Year? What'd you do?
Just chilled out. Me and the kiddo had a little bit of a low-key day. We just went to the pool, little barbecuing and stuff like that, so that's pretty rad.
That's dope, dude. We missed you.
Yeah, I know. I missed the family barbecue. Sorry about that, but Father's Day is a little bit of an emotional day for your boy, so I was able to kick it with the kiddo. That was pretty awesome.
I like it.
Yeah.
Love that, man.
But as always, we got a great show planned for the listeners. We'll be chopping up, going over some news articles that we skimmed and pretend to read. Maybe watch a recent viral video, but a little before that, we'll be introducing our guest, Cassius King. I'm very stoked to have him on the show. But before that, I guess we caught up a little bit about Father's Day. Oh, I want to say happy National Go Skateboarding Day to everybody. It's Go Skateboarding Day. Also, the first day is summer, and I think the longest day of the year.
Really?
Yeah, something along that. But it is National Go Skateboarding Day, so go do a pop shove it, nice little kickflip. I think after work today, I'm gonna go hit some nose slides or something like that. My board's a little snapped right now, but I'll be able to do something. And what was it?
Get a new board at Inconsiderate Board Shop.
You know what? They actually are moving locations right now, so when they get a new spot, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, I'm gonna get a discount on a board or something like that. Hey, well, Andrew, Abby, got anything to say before we bring on our guest?
No.
Dude, I just wanted. I like the background that you gave me today.
That was not me. That was our awesome guest, actually.
I was gonna ask. The background is an interesting choice. It's cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like.
All right.
I like where we're headed. I can't wait for the creativity to come out. I want to hear it.
All right, Abby, you got anything to say before we bring on our guest?
No. Let's bring on the guest.
Let's get to it and bring on our guest with, none other than Greaseball. We got to bring on our guest properly. And there it is.
I'll take some help, yeah. She said I'll take some help, yeah. Said I'll take some help, yeah. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by with a little help from my friends. I get by by with a little help from my friends. Now, ain't that right?
Ain't that right? All right, shout out to Greaseball for letting us use that song to bring on our guest, and Cash is King. Hey, how's it going, brother? Thank you for taking the time out and being on the part of the show. Congrats on the new Blue Tape project. I see you're getting a lot of streams and a lot of success off of that. Well deserved. And just want to say thanks again, man, for taking the time to be on part of the show.
Yo, thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure. Pleasure being here.
Of course, no problem, man. I got to say before, I've been a big fan since I heard the Maintain track off of Exile's Dirty Science project. Dude, ever since I heard that verse, I've showed my lady a couple times too, and I'm just like, dude, listen to this full spaz. Like he's going nonstop, just spazzing on the track, dude. Like that, and another one of my favorite tracks also from you was Through the Flames with Blue on the track as well. Yeah, that was another banger. I remember going on Two Dope Boys one day and being like, oh, dude, he dropped another banger. Let's go.
Yeah. Taking us back to the blog era with that one. Yeah.
Exactly, man.
Blue just did a part 2 to that one, too. Through the Flames part 2. We haven't dropped it yet.
Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that. So maybe for some of the listeners who have been under a rock and not know about all of your music, why don't you let them know a little bit about yourself?
My name is Cassius King. I was formerly known as COS, C-O double dollar sign, but for like the past probably 8 to 10 years, I've been known as Cassius King. I represent for the Dirty Science crew, which is spearheaded by Blue, legendary underground artist. And this background kind of reminds me of the Miles cover a little bit, the Blue and the Exile Miles cover.
Oh, okay.
But So y'all got it on point today, man.
Let's go.
I dropped the album last year called The Way to Win. We just dropped our most recent release is a collaborative, what we call a mega song. Okay, y'all back. That I just dropped with Blue called the Blue Tape. And we dropped that like early last month. So yeah.
Yeah, man, you've been getting a lot of success off the Blue Tape. I love the 13-minute. It's a mega track. I love that. It gives back the old school mixtape vibes. Where just let's listen to all the way through, dude.
Yeah. We're trying to do something that kind of aligns with the way people listen to music today. You know, people don't really like vibe with albums like they used to, but we wanted to give them something nuanced and complex. So I got to give the props to Cinema to Graffiti, the producer. He came up with this whole mega song concept, and yeah, man, we brought Blue aboard and we got it done.
Oh man, awesome, love that. And then you guys had physical copies of the tapes, and you guys sold out of that pretty relatively quick, correct?
I don't know if y'all could see it, but yeah. We got the hard press tapes, and we still got some on deck though for anybody that want tape. And we got the T-shirts. I don't know if y'all can see them.
I think the screen's messing with it a little bit, but
man, it's not showing me no love. But we got the tapes and the T-shirts.
And where can they actually check it out? Where can they see? Or what website, or where they're able to see the shirts and the merch?
CassiusKing.bandcamp.com. But you can always contact me directly on Instagram as well, @CassiusKing. You can contact my manager, Jeff NoBuzz@gmail.com. But yeah, CassiusKing.bandcamp.com is where we're selling the merch.
Let's go.
But if you have any trouble getting the merch, just holler at me directly. I'm very accessible. I like to talk to people directly.
Oh man, that's awesome. Heck yeah. And so the Blue, I wanted to say something about the Below the Heavens tape, or the project actually. Did you ever see the WWE wrestler who like did his unitard or whatever, his wrestling gear based off that album cover?
Yeah, Big E. His name is Big E, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I was flipping, dude. I was like, let's go, man.
Yeah, my manager's. I wish my manager was here because he's really into wrestling. Right. I'm more of a '90s Razor Ramon, the Undertaker kind of dude.
Yeah.
But I'm not really up on the current wrestlers. But shouts out to Big E. He showed love. Claimed Blue was one of his big inspirations. So yeah, that was a dope little look right there.
Yeah, that was.
I hope he's heard the Blue tape too. I wanted to slide the Blue tape to him.
Hey, maybe he'll get a new uniform for one of the next WrestleManias or something.
No, yeah, rock a blue tape little. I don't know what you call them in karate. You call them a gi. I don't know what you call them in
Yeah,
wrestling.
I was like
but-
unitard. I feel like that might not.
Yeah.
Be.
That's what I was going for. But I didn't want to throw it out there.
But I was like, oh,
don't-
maybe that's it.
It's
Yeah.
on the wrong side of no wrestlers, man. It might be fake on TV, but they can still get at you for real in real life.
Oh, for sure. I saw a clip of a wee man getting tossed at a LA bar or restaurant by it was not John Cena. It was Brock Lesnar. He straight up tossed him for real and broke the table at a nice LA restaurant. It's pretty awesome.
Hilarious.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
I was just
man.
reading. I was just reading something today about the Undertaker and Kane. How I don't know if you guys were ever told that they were brothers. Were you guys
Yeah,
ever-
they were.
Come on, bro. Yeah, let's go.
And I was
Yeah.
just reading it today.
Wasn't
that,
man
like,
like their cousin or something like that?
Yeah,
and then
man,
Paul,
with,
no,
the,
not
with
Paul.
the mask and shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
then
their manager, Paul Bearer.
Paul
and shit.
Bear. Yup. I was just thinking that with his
Paul Bearer.
He's
He's
got
got
the
about with
le-
the urn and
Yep.
shit.
Yeah.
oh, classic. Joe,
Raising
what-
him. I thought that was real too. Like I thought he was really raising him from the dead as like 11-year-old kid and shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, my curse?
Don't
my
tell me.
curse?
Oh, yeah. Just watch the language a little bit, but thanks for the heads up.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I'll keep it PG.
oh, because we are on the air and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Oh no,
Sorry
no,
about
you're
that.
totally fine. I got the bump button. Luckily, I'm the engineer, so I'm working it as well. But yeah, dude, don't tell me that wrestling's fake. I'm gonna cry for like an hour of the
Yeah.
show.
Back in the 90s, if you said it, those were fighting words.
Oh,
you know?
110%. Hey, while we're on the subject, did you ever see how they actually like make themselves bleed during matches and stuff like that?
No, is it like ketchup packets or something?
110%. I
Yeah.
always thought it was like, oh, movie magic, like little pills or little things that dissolve. I guess back in the early 90s, they were called blade jobs, and you could see a bunch of YouTube videos that expose it from different angles and then slow it down, where like basically the referee would drop a razor blade from their sweatband,
gosh.
and then you would see him drop it, and then Stone Cold or Triple H would pick it up. Then you would see them next scene turn around, get hit with a chair, and kind of like scratch their forehead a little bit. Then they're gushing. So it's like self-inflicted stuff.
That's a dedication to the profession right there. I thought it was faker than that. So obviously
yeah.
some aspects are a little too real. I was actually watching pay-per-view the night that with my dad, the night that Owen Hart died. When he
wow.
fell from, and they made them keep wrestling while they were mourning. So they were like crying while they were taunting each other.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coming after you. And Owen, man, I hope you get better, man. I hope you're all right. And then, so like, I was like, Vince McMahon is a cold brother, man.
Oh, that is rough.
The show must go on. Like it was it's surreal.
Oh man.
Dang.
that's wild. That's a crazy sight. Well, then I mean, I guess you didn't know at that time, but that's insane.
And also wrestlers are like basically where they're like freelance artists basically where they don't have like insurance or any of that stuff. Like the way they get paid
It's
is
a
wild.
colder industry than the hip hop industry, and the hip hop industry is like the dope game. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cold blooded, man. Yeah. Well, we're gonna definitely get into a couple of these tracks. I got a couple of these songs queued up in for the Cash is King. I also saw you dropped Johnson, and Johnson for Father's Day, correct?
Yeah, I think we dropped that in 2021. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got the T-shirt. Actually, I think I got the shirt right here too. Well, y'all probably can't see it, but we got the Johnson and Johnson.
Okay, that one's
t-shirts.
popping up a little bit more.
I
Yeah.
like that. I got a good view of it. That was dope.
Yeah, with the three babies, you know, my manager, Blue, and we all take the last name John, because my last name is Johnson. I saw y'all got somebody there with the last name Johnson.
That's me.
Yeah,
That's
the missus
yeah,
right
we
here.
got some Johnsons in the house.
Let's
My
go.
last name is Johnson. My name is Troy Johnson. Blue's name is John. Then so we got the whole Johnson.
That's sick.
concept.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got the air horns for the Johnsons in the house right there. Let's
And
go.
Evidence's last name is Johnson too. So
Oh,
we're trying to
man.
get Blue to name his project with Evidence Michael Johnson. But anyways.
Oh,
that'd be
nice little
sick.
insider right there. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm giving y'all some exclusive information right now.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that. So, any new projects? I know you guys just released this, but any new projects in the works right now that you want to discuss?
Yeah, I'm actually dropping another mega song called the Malcolm X Blend on July 4th.
Oh, okay, awesome.
And then after that, I'm following it up with a full-length mixtape with a DJ Applejack out of Atlanta called Lava Lamps.
Ooh, nice. Any producers?
And then after that, I'm following it up with a project with M. Wasom out of Miami called The Greatest Album Never Heard. So I got a ton of music. I got more music than y'all want to hear about, man.
Yo, make sure you guys gotta stay tuned and follow Cash is King, dude. Quit playing, guys. Hey, I gotta ask, was there a reason that you changed your artist name from Cos to Cash is King? I know from the songs you would always like refer to yourself as Cassius or is it AKA, but was there like a legal reason that you changed it?
Well, it was kind of like a dual reason. First of all, people were having a hard time searching it out with the $ symbols.
Ooh, okay,
so my name wouldn't pop up. But mainly it kind of coincided with around the time that Cozz from J. Cole's label came out.
Right. Okay.
COZZ.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, let me just go. And I was already leaning into Cash is King anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, to avoid any kind of confusion, I was like, let me just go ahead and make that official switch. And then I was inspired by other artists that changed their name, like K. Dot to Kendrick Lamar, and Mos Def to Yasin Bey, and that kind of thing. So I was like, let me do it too, and give me a new feel, a new fit on the brand. So
yeah, I get that. Oh man, what's your favorite Yasin Bey movie, by the way? Mike's probably the one with Jack Black. Be kind, rewind.
What was the one where he was like a delivery man or something?
Oh, and the dude from Scrubs is in it too. Yeah. Oh, Next Day Air. That was a good one. That's a good movie. He was also in Dexter.
These days it's Common and everything. I've been watching Common in this sci-fi show called Silo.
Oh, I haven't heard of that. No.
Yeah, it's on Apple. Everybody's flipping over it. The critics love it. So,
okay, that's cool. Yeah, I remember I loved Common in Smoking Aces, that Guy Ritchie film.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, and that's probably what got him in John Wick.
Oh, yeah. And Alicia Keys was killer in that movie as well.
She was in Smoking Aces?
Yeah. Alicia Keys. I think that's when I first fell in love with her. Yeah. No one.
Because what's the Smoking Aces kind of like a little like bootleg John Wick kind of?
Smoking Aces?
Yeah.
It was kind of like one of the first. Just a lot of hitmen were in it. I think a lot of people from like Guy Ritchie's universe were in it as well. They later in other movies and stuff.
Did Guy Ritchie make Rock and Roller or Rock?
Yes, he did.
Roller?
Yeah. Is the Clash song in there? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that one's good. I don't even remember, but I remember I really liked it. I have to see it again though. It's been a while.
Awesome, man. Well, let's get into a little bit of one of your tracks off of the blue tape. It's I don't have them all. Okay, it's gonna be I think Measurement of Rain. All right. Let's get into Measurement of Rain.
All right.
Grind tried to slay the kid. The roles were inverted. It wasn't Adam that came first. It was Eve who really gave a rib. The patriarchy lied. If the world is man-made, it's the one man who made it spin. Generations later, the same wounds still make the skin that covers men. Discovered all the jewels, then gave the game to him. Taught me about the measurements of rain and the way to win. Never hate the player, hate the game. And if you play then win, it's hard to give plays when the playlist won't place your shit. I was never signed. Los Angeles is Angelou. Fought like Billy and Pose opposed, but yet I grind. Writing lines on dead end contracts, yet I sign. I asked them, can I live? But the sound was dead inside. Tried to rise, yet I slipped. The ground was wet outside. Around the time we lost Chris, my focus started to slip. Regain faith, retain hope, and pray for better times.
Hey, yo, why I gotta be like that? I look back at my life, I'm like, why you treating me like that? I told my family I'ma be right back. I gotta get out to get it, and gotta get it to give back to the pack. But why I gotta be like that? I look back at my life, I'm like, why you treating me like that? I told my family I'ma be right back. I gotta get out to get it, and gotta get it to give back to the pack. But
Ooh, man, that just I love the quickness on how the songs just switch up, and then you're like, dang, dude, that beat was sick, but this one's funky too. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I kind of look at it like a book. Like a book has one theme and one title, but a bunch of different chapters.
Right, yeah.
So I call it a chapter list because I don't want people to perceive it as a song snippets. It's all like pieces of a cohesive whole. You know what I mean? So every piece, creates that whole, like it's like a puzzle that comes together.
Yeah, I mean the transitions are quick. I mean, like are so clean. Like some of them are quick, but like they're clean. Pop off into the next one. So you know what I mean? It was a vibe, dude. I really enjoyed bumping them and stuff like that on the commute to work and from work.
The word, thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
That's what we make it for. Yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say, I really love that. for me, I love music that's kind of like the way it opened up. It's just like it's talking. It's got the great melody behind it. Just everything behind it was really good, and you can listen to it. Like you can really like stand in, and like you said, like a book. I felt like I was listening to like an audiobook, and just like it was cool, dude. I love it.
We wanted to make kind of like an immersive experience, you know, so more than just like a song, but like a concept that goes like a narrative almost that goes along with it. I got to give props to Blue too. He came up with the whole, because the concept is we kind of start off talking about hardship, and if you notice as it evolves, we become more hopeful and more optimistic. Ooh, so it's kind of like this fluctuation of emotions from like, you know, the melancholy to the you know, to the more hopeful. Ooh. So, and that was Blue's idea to talk about feeling blue, but then also blue represents tranquility. So, you know, the like conflicting emotions that the color blue represents.
Yeah, the last track of the song. Cool. Yeah, the last track of the song, you definitely explain it pretty well about the name of the blue tape and all that. It's awesome. And I think next time I go hiking, I'm going to definitely listen to this because I'm walking up it. I'm going to chill a little bit more while I'm on the top.
I walk 6 miles a day, so I feel you. I'm a walker.
Let's
you know what I mean? I don't run, but I walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yeah. Happy Dash to go skateboarding day, by the way. I don't know if you ever skated, but from being from Southern California, maybe you might have stepped on one or two.
I grew up in the 90s, so I used to rent the skateboarding videos. I was really into rollerblading and BMX biking, but skateboarding too. But I never caught the hang of it myself, but I was a really good rollerblader. You know, I'm a 90s guy, so skateboarding was big in the 90s.
Yep. Some roll bounce, and let's go. And I don't know if you remember the movie Brink. It was all about rollerblading.
Sometimes the homies like to watch the ones where like they're wiping out. I can't watch too many of those.
Oh man, the bales are. Yep.
Like, skateboarders are tougher than gang members, for real, man. Like skateboarders are some tough guys. Like a lot of respect to the skateboarders out there, you know.
They'll try to jump like 10 stairs, fall at the bottom of the stair, and then I'm like, all right, let me do it again.
10 stairs is probably like under what you're saying, dude. Like, yeah, people be doing like 17 stairs easily. There's a Hollywood 16, you know what I mean? Like that are kids that are not even pro or sponsor just hitting that to get sponsored. You know, so.
No helmet. No helmet.
Yeah, no helmet,
no
exactly.
Helmet life. Like,
there's nothing. It's a very humbling thing going to the skate park at 30 years old and then like just, you know, having a good time on the ledges, maybe hitting the bowls and stuff, and then like there's a 12-year-old just airing out of the bowl over me, and I'm like, all right, on, dude, let's go.
Yeah, man, Lil Wayne is like 40, and you know.
Oh man,
I'm almost 40 myself. It was crazy how skateboarding shifted in hip hop when Lupe and Lil Wayne.
Yes,
really kind of, because before that it was like we don't skateboard in hip hop. Now everybody, you know, they'll roll up on a skateboard and shoot you. You know what I mean? Like,
that was very Terry Kennedy. Terry Kennedy too, man.
I take it.
No, you're fine.
The violence. That wasn't.
Yeah, but you know, I do. There's a quote of Lil Wayne saying how like. He's experienced the multiple highs, you know, from the drug, the substance abuse that he's done, and then from playing in front of, you know, the theaters and audience that he's been performing in front of, and he's like, he still loves the high off of skateboarding. Like, he said he's like, there's nothing, he's never felt like a better high than skateboarding when stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, dude, this millionaire is talking about a $60 board, you know what I mean, and like how that can get you a little bit more stoked than, you know, other things. I'm like, that kind of makes me, it made me happy to hear.
Yeah, more natural way to gain that euphoria, you know what I mean? Like, that I used to feel the same way on my bike or on my rollerblades, and I think that's what Lupe's Kick Push was about.
Right,
you know, growing up on the west side of Chicago with all of the violence and the inner city turmoil, he's able to kick, push, coast, you know what I mean, and just kind of let everything go. Kind of like a form of like meditation in motion almost, you know what I mean? So I can see how it could be therapeutic for people.
Yeah.
Definitely. I didn't even actually know. I remember hearing about the kick push. Is it kick push go? Is that what it is? Or coast?
It's kick push coast. You know what I mean? I think it was coast or something.
I think it was coast. Andrew, this probably dropped when you were in high school. What's going on, bud?
Dude, I don't know, man. I heard about it. That's
old school.
Yeah. That's like top 4. That's like top 40s.
07.
Yeah. It's like top 40s too. Like, come on.
Now I gotta look it up. I'm pretty sure.
Speaking of top 40s and stuff.
It looks like it's been around for a minute though, so it's an old joint.
Yeah. Speaking of top 40s, do you have any like top 40 artists that you are into? Anyone that you're listening to that's like on the radio or anything like that?
I mean, Killer Mike just dropped a new album that's amazing called Michael.
Okay.
But I like other genres. I mess with Clairo a lot. She's like this little pop artist. She's like 21, 22. She makes kind of like pop, folky music. I mess with that.
Oh, okay.
I like throwback stuff like Fiona Apple a lot. But currently, I'm messing with the Killer Mike. I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a very diverse palette though.
Awesome.
I like a lot of different.
Any like top? What do you bump like bands wise? You got any like top 5 bands right now?
Well, I love Radiohead.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
But then I like Gregory Alan Isikoff. He's like a kind of a country dude. He's got this song called San Luis that really got me through the death of my best friend.
I'm sorry to hear.
So, thank you, man. Thank you. Fentanyl, man. Just,
man, yeah. Yeah, it's rough right now.
So bad.
But yeah, I don't. I'm as soon as we finish, I'm like, oh, I didn't mention this, I didn't mention that. But yeah, like I like Radiohead is one of my favorite. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I like a little Coldplay on the low, like just on the low. You know what I mean? You don't gotta talk about it too much. But I like a little Coldplay. Don't hate me.
I'm trying to think of a solid cold, like one of the old school Coldplay songs that I think of. Is it The Reason? The reason is that them?
That's definitely
the Prey.
not.
I think it's The Prey.
That's
never mind.
I'm going back to the first album. I like Sparks and Yellow and like The Scientist and Rush of Blood. Today, I like the sad stuff.
Right.
Like real. Yeah,
I get that. I'm a big Blink-182 fan, so I totally get that.
I like old
school.
Oh, well,
Blink-182 makes me nostalgic for high school.
Dude, let's go for sure. Right?
That was my era. I graduated 02, Blink-182, and
so No Doubt too, right? No Doubt was probably popping when you graduated.
No, I think that was more her solo era, the Holla Back Boy era. No, Holla Back Girl, that was more like after. That was like 05, 06. But yeah, Blink-182. Green Day was really big when I was in high school. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's kind of how I am with music. I really don't have one genre that I just can like jump into that I can say I'm a master of. I'm definitely like a jack of all like trades when it comes to music, which is why I love this show that I do with my cousin, because whenever we have artists on, I love hearing a real like artist's like perspective on how they view music, because it makes me appreciate music a lot more and like understand it from a different view. But at the same time, there's nothing I can complain about pretty much when it comes to music. I'm like, okay, dude, I appreciate it for what it is. Somebody can make this. I can't.
There's a
lyricists. Like,
yes.
No matter what genre it is, I'm driven by just dope lyricists. That's why I like Ben Howard and Fiona Apple and Radiohead and I think it's called the Black Keys.
Oh yeah, the Black Keys. Yeah, they're rad.
I like the lead singer. He has like some solo stuff. He has a song called "The Prowl" that I really like. It's a really dope, like hard rock joint.
Awesome.
So yeah, I love all genres. I love like folksy stuff with guitars.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, and speaking of lyrical and stuff like that, I've always thought, and I mean, it's obvious that your music is obviously more lyrical, but I think it's like more vulnerable. And, you kind of, throw all your cards on the table with certain things. And as the artists you were naming right now, I feel like they also have that in common. They're a little bit more, I guess vulnerable. I'm just going to fall back on that.
Yeah, that's the perfect word. I got that from Tupac. Tupac was the artist that inspired me to kind of put it, and like old Lil Wayne, because around the time that my dad died, Lil Wayne had made a song called F the World about his pops passing when he was like 16. And this is when Lil Wayne wasn't allowed to curse because he was too young. So he said, I never curse, but in his verse, man, F the world, and he was talking about losing his father. So it taught me to kind of put it out there, because the stuff that sticks with me is not more of like the commercial stuff, but it's the Dear Mamas and the So Many Tears and that kind of stuff.
Keep your head up and stuff. Yeah. Man, exactly. Yeah. Your jams, I'm like, they've definitely gotten me through some rough times, listening to your songs and stuff like that. And I want to just say thank you for that as well, man. There's this quote.
Yeah, well,
there's this quote from like a De La Soul, one of the guys from De La Soul that was saying how like a lot of the music was sounding the same during the time this interview was taken, and he's like, dude, we used to just rap. We listened to everything, and this kind of goes to what you're saying, how you listen to all kinds of music. They used to listen to every genre. They'd like, oh man, we used to just rap to sometimes like if someone left some change in their clothes at the laundromat and just the pennies banging in the dryer. They used to just rap to that. You know what I mean? Like they would rap to everything. I'm like, that's why you De La Soul, certain artists they can't. It sounds so original, and it's definitely not derivative of anything.
Yeah, that's what I value about being down with somebody like Blue. It's like we're different from everything out there. You know what I mean? But then we're influenced by everything out there. It's like, I think that's why I sound so different, because my style is like a combination of everybody that influenced me from hip hop and then from other genres as well.
Right.
Because I always say the dopest lyricist, in my opinion, is Fiona Apple. And she doesn't even rap, but I don't think there's a lyricist out there besides maybe Andre 3000 that can touch her pen, you know what I mean? So,
oh yeah. Hey, Killer Mike and Andre 3 Stacks, they said they got another track, right? Like a new track that's unreleased?
You kind of broke up with each other now?
What was it?
You broke up a little, say it again?
Okay. Andre 3000 and Killer Mike, I think I just read they have another track that's unreleased right now? Or was it on the Killer Mike?
New Killer Mike album.
Oh, it was?
Andre dropped a verse that is amazing.
How long is his verse? I heard.
Maybe you want to pull my notebook off a mountain.
Yeah. Andre does that, dude. That's, straight up 3 Stacks been doing that. But how long was it? I forgot the article that I read. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but wasn't it like a pretty long verse?
Yeah, it was a nice length. He raps first on the joint. I forget what the song. Oh, it's called like something with scientists.
Oh, okay.
Something with the scientists in it. And he just does this like, I never realized how much Kendrick Lamar style reminded me of Andre till I heard this. I was like, wow, you can really hear the influence from Andre and Kendrick Lamar. But yeah, it's an amazing. And I heard Killer Mike just announced that Andre's gonna be dropping an album. So everybody's flipping over there.
Oh, let's go, man.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
Coming back. It only took him about 30 years, but he's coming back.
I know, right? Oh man, let's hope we got some big boy features or basically some Outkast reunion stuff going on. I just
want some rapping. I don't mind a little hey y'all, but I want some rapping too. So
shake it. Oh man, that's how I feel about Childish Gambino.
Was in that video too.
Yeah. I feel like Childish Gambino too. Like I am a fan of his raps and stuff too, and I like his R&B jams and all that. But every once in a while, when I see a song drop, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna rap in this anymore. I was telling my lady the other day, I was like, oh, it feels like summer when that dropped like a couple years ago or whatever. I was like, dude, let's hope he drops a couple bars on it, and then I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, his soul stuff is really dope too. Yeah, but he can. Yeah, his rapping is dope. I'm a big Community fan, so I really value.
Shout out to Dan. Oh,
and I just saw Across the Spider-Verse, and then he's heavily intertwined with that too.
Yo, that was the best. I was like, dude, do you guys remember him in the Tom Holland movie?
Yeah, that was sick.
Yes, it's rude to stare. That's what his line is in the Across the Spider-Verse.
So I think he's gonna be Prowler once they do the live action officially. Across the Spider-Verse was amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, because he was straight up. He was straight up.
Third boy tier for that one. I was like, oh my god.
Yes, it was a good one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going this weekend.
It's so good.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet. But I've heard everything about it, and everybody's talking about it. Honestly, I was just watching it, Into the Spider-Verse yesterday. And it was just so cool, dude. I just love everything the way they put those movies together. It's so much fun, like artwork and just music and everything going on with it.
Keep your eye out for that guy who got like a bagel thrown at his face, bro. little deep cut for us who's watched it.
Into the Spider-Verse is a masterpiece, though. Yeah.
Oh man, easily Into the Spider-Verse and Across is salute. Easily my favorite Spider-Man movies I've ever seen. Let's get into. I'm sorry. What was that?
I was gonna say I think Spider-Man 2 from Raimi is the only one that kind of like is on the same level as those two for me.
Is that
those
the one?
Are my 3 favorite.
Which one is that? Who's the bad guy in that one?
That's Doc Ock from it came out in 2004.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's cool.
Yeah,
I was like, surely
from the first three.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's get into this other song by Cassius King right here. You know what? You'll probably have to tell us the name of this one when we get back.
Look, 1999, falling skies did decline. Then I started getting high. Me and the clouds were intertwined. The year my pops died, 3 years after Pop died. Took me 20 more years and a shrink to get it right. Don't abuse, hit it twice. The joy is all black and the noise was tinted white. Grayer skies do appear, same gray and eyes appeared. Dream woke, seen holes and souls like eyes was pierced.
2009, I signed a 3-album deal for $6 million to Warner Brothers, but I got a Warner brother, it gets real. And I ain't tell no one, I was just finna show them when my shit dropped. Like a bomb exploding, y'all gon' know I'm on top of the totem pole. Hoes roll my scrolling for the moment I felt no one can take it where I'm going. And the Russians bought them out and left me out in the cold. No dough, no money to pay rent for the home I was finna buy. When I got signed, I start getting high. When I got dropped, I felt someone killed the soul inside. So it's time to move on. Couldn't even do songs.
Man, solid bars. I'm a big fan of this album, man. Got to say again.
That's circa 2009 right there.
All right,
Yeah.
circa 2009 from Cassius King and Blue. There's a little bit of a blues verse right there at the end off the Blue tape, which is available on all streaming platforms. So don't forget to go check it out. Go give it some streams. Go give Cassius King a follow. And don't forget to check out our website, palmtreesandprogress.com as well. And give us a follow on our social media as well, at palmtreesandprogress. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. And thanks again, Cassius King, for taking the time of being part of the show. And Andrew, thanks for being you. Abby, you as well.
On the show.
Let's go. Oh man.
But that last song was dope. That was sick. Sucks we get little snippets, but it just makes the listeners want more. You know, we just gotta go on. You got to go listen.
I
to
gotta
it.
hear that one because Blue is sharing some really intimate. My mouth was on the floor when I first heard that. I had no idea he almost signed a deal for $6 million. You know, and I was like,
I got a Warner Brother. It gets real.
I didn't know. Yeah, with Warner Brothers, yeah, because he really kept that on the low. We thought he signed for like 200,000. We didn't know it was for $6 million. So
yeah,
that blew my mind. But yeah, Blue shared a lot of intimate details of his life. I think that's what makes the Blue tape such a great experience. If you're really a Blue fan, you're gonna want to run it back a couple times because, you know, he really let you inside on that one. So
oh man, I definitely felt like both you guys have always done that.
Yeah, it was just cool. It was a cool, yeah.
I was gonna say in the beginning, I like the one line that stuck out to me was it took me 20 years to get it right.
Yeah, and the shrink, yeah. Shout out to Dr. Miles.
Shout out to Dr. Miles. Let's go.
Miles.
For a year, I've been on antidepressants for about a year. I'm very open about it. I think more Black men need to share the fact that they seek mental health, you know, because I think it's kind of stigmatized in some of our communities. So I like to be open and honest about it. You know?
That's beautiful, man. Thank you. I want to say thank you for being open and honest about that. And me and Andrew were just talking about last week a little bit about that. How like a lot of males and men feel a little. There is a stigma to mental health or even trying to take care of yourself, antidepressants and all that for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I want to say it does help a lot of people when artists or musicians like yourself, you know, artists as well, are honest about that stuff, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, and everybody's path is different. So if antidepressants isn't really your path, talk therapy works. But like mental health, even if you're happy, even if you're doing well, we all need to do a little mental maintenance sometimes. And I think everybody should see a therapist at least once a year, you know, just to kind of hash everything out and just, you know, kind of clean that slate and kind of recalibrate. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. I think, you know, everybody needs to talk to somebody at some point.
That's right.
I totally agree with that. And yeah, with June being like it's like Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, June, I will definitely agree to like at least even once a year is like super beneficial. Like you don't even know sometimes what it is inside of you that as you start saying it, you just start getting into the zone of like, wow, like this was deep in there and I actually felt a lot about it. I remember there's one time in college I had to go see like a therapist to get like a special like permission slip or something.
What college?
So I went there and I told the person, I was like, oh, you know, like I really don't know. And then he just started asking questions and I started going on about it. And the next thing I know, I'm over there crying.
Yes.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
Let's
the
go.
therapist will tap into some things. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
you'll unpack some things that you didn't even know you had in the suitcase. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
it's needed. And then once I got that out, I was like, oh, whew, all right, that was
Yeah.
Just
Can I get
feeling
my
lighter.
permission slip now? Like,
yeah. I was like, so you're gonna sign, right? I just cried in front of you.
My boy showing some growth.
It took me a long time to really get into it. It was my brother Wally White that really finally got me to that level where I was, because he has a podcast called the 730 Podcast, and it's all about focusing on mental health. And that inspired me to finally have the bravery to go and do it, especially after my friend passed. So I knew I needed to seek some counseling. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
dude,
really rough.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry
Actually,
for your loss, but I'm glad that you were, able to find some solace with, you were able to do that and stuff.
Yeah.
What'd you say that is 7:30?
It's called the 730 Podcast.
30 podcast.
730 podcast. Wally White runs it. He's a real dope dude. He's from New York, basketball coach, teacher, poet, and he does this podcast. So yeah, he's a really good dude.
That's sweet. That's awesome. I work with another cousin of mine that he runs a psychedelic mental, or like a psychedelic. It's a psychedelic. Oh, what the heck,
Say
man?
psychedelic one more time.
Yeah, I know.
Is it psychedelic?
Oh, it's a non-profit. That's the part I was. It's a psychedelic non-profit that
Supposed
focuses on
microdosing
mental
right now
health,
in the air.
like ketamine, MDMA, like all of those different things, just to work in a different route of getting out of that mental. Like you said, maybe antidepressants isn't for everybody, but if you could go on this, go through those treatments, he's had like a ton of success, man, with PTSD, with depression, and it's awesome. He's running a nonprofit with another doctor, but yeah, man, it's pretty cool. And like, so whenever I hear things about like that 730 podcast, I'm like, wow, I want to go listen to other people that are talking about it too.
It's funny you mentioned MDMA too, because I just read an article about a white supremacist who did a drug trial for MDMA, and he renounced his white supremacist views after one dose of MDMA.
Let's go.
So I'm not saying abuse it or anything, but
yeah.
one experience with it could be transformational. So
Wow.
for some
Crazy.
people, for other people, you might just have a bad trip and never take it again.
Oh,
So,
Nice.
Man, he's all. I'm into techno now. I'm into techno now, and I'm not a racist.
Hey.
So I mean, that's pretty cool.
He sounds like a much cooler guy.
Yeah, for sure sounds like a 110% cooler guy. I just wish maybe he didn't have to be into techno as well. Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, I also like mushrooms. I know I hear a lot of benefits from microdosing on mushrooms and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, so as to what you said, don't abuse it. Definitely don't take a whole eighth, guys. Just, like, that's what I heard in high school, and I did that. Did not have the best of
I took
time.
a whole eighth, and I had a very bad trip, and it was a roller coaster I could not get off of. And,
Yeah.
I went from like, this is great to I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I don't like this. Make it stop.
That's
Make it
I
stop.
remember my boy was like, I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same. He just kept saying that over and over. He was the same.
Besides knowing not to take a whole eighth next time. It's like, dude, why did we hear that, like, oh man, to try mushrooms, you gotta take the whole eighth, then you're gonna have a good time. Like, that was like the rumor for the longest time.
Was that a thing? I never heard that.
Yeah. So it was until like I was like 25 or maybe like maybe a little younger where I heard like, oh yeah, microdosing is a thing. I'm like, what's that? And I loved it ever since. I was like,
microdosing, you won't even really hallucinate. It's just I've never really microdosed on shrooms, but I heard it can be very good from like resetting your nervous system, and like it's good for like drug detox. Like if you're coming off of like fentanyl or heroin, microdosing with shrooms is supposed to be very helpful. So yeah,
it's a good time for sure. It's a way I enjoyed, taking little 0.5s or whatever at a time as opposed to taking a whole eighth. I'll say that at least.
yeah. And you were so right about the whole eighth thing, because when I first took it when I was 15, my boy was like, you got to eat the whole bag if you want to feel it.
Yeah.
If you want to feel it.
It was not true. You don't need to eat the whole bag.
Yeah. It's like it's like that lie about Marilyn Manson. You know what I mean? About him digging the ribs out. Like everyone was told this lie for some reason. I don't know.
They said he took his ribs out?
Yeah, so he can give himself oral.
Yeah, that's from like high school. You taking me back with that one.
I remember this one.
Yeah, just like why was this like a lie everyone told each other and like no fact check? It was before Google, I guess. Maybe that was the thing.
Everybody, we're all stars in the dope show or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, he's going through some. Wait, I won't even go down that path. But he's going through some stuff with old girl from Westworld right now. anyway.
Oh, really? I didn't even know. Was he with the main character from Westworld?
Yeah, he was with what's her name?
She was from 13 as well, right? That movie 13.
The main.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with her name as well,
Evan
but yeah.
Rachel Wood. Evan Rachel Wood. That's her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had no idea. I'm definitely gonna do some googling right after this.
Sounds like an interesting
show.
couple.
Yeah.
It's gonna get dark, so
Yeah.
just have your iPhone flashlight ready because it's gonna get real dark.
I like that. Oh man. We got some news we can get into, but I think we should get into one more song of yours before we get into that.
Okay, cool.
All right, let's get into another track from Cassius King off the Blue Tape, available on streaming platforms. Check it out.
Left jabbing on some bob and weave, boxing with the wind and all his friends trying to block the breeze. Illest with the pen, trying to jot disease. Boxing with the sin, I repent. Then I dropped to knees, quit the Adderall and Propanol and started popping E's. Then I quit the pills and got embarrassed, started copping please. Seeing how they did Tyree, begged them coppers please stop beating me and stop treating me like a lesser human being. Bless them cause they love the static. Stress to the plug had it. The pressure causes floods, turns a thug to a drug addict. That'll make your karma worse. That'll make you calm for work. That'll make you holler. Still $1 out your mama purse. Thirsty and I'm hungry, po. Blue had to loan me a couple of dollars cause my money low. Feeling like a joker. It ain't funny though. Money funny though. I was super broke. Made it to the club but didn't make enough to Uber home.
It's heaven gon' wait for me. 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 It's heaven gon' wait for me.
All right, and what was that one called right there?
Oh, that was Left Jab, Right Hook.
Yes, Left Jab, Right Hook, off of the Blue Tape, available on all streaming platforms. Go check it out from Cassius King. Thanks again for taking the time and being part of the show, man. We got about like 8 minutes before we have to get out of here. You got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Just thank you for having me on. I really appreciate the opportunity to plug the music. We always got new stuff coming out. Blue's got new projects dropping, but my next one is the Malcolm X blend on July 4th. The Blue Tape is available on all platforms. I dropped another blend earlier this year called Love is Love. Oh, and I do want to emphasize that for me, Love is Love is really important right now with what's going on with the LGBTQ community and all of the the adversity that they're facing right now. So I really want to send out all of my support to that community. And man, just thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thanks again. Hopefully next time you have any projects, man, that you want to promote, you're more than welcome to come. We'd love to have you back on, man.
Thank you, man. It's been a nice time, man.
Awesome. Hey, well, we got one video that I think we can get into before we have to get out of here, and I got this one queued up for ready for National Go Skateboarding Day. Andrew, I think you saw this one, right? I think you sent it to me, Andrew.
I hope so.
Yeah, Andrew doesn't usually send, out of all of my friends and cousins and family members that send me clips of skateboarding clips, Andrew usually doesn't, so it's a good one.
It's a special one.
It's a special one. Let's check this one out. All right.
Oh, dude, this one was rad. This is crazy.
All right. Very, very Jackass themed, so let's get it going.
I'll pay for your next tattoo if it's like this.
You think I'd pay for my tattoos?
No, tattoos are expensive.
This one, I hope it didn't cost him that much, though.
What do you guys think that hill is? I was thinking Big Bear area, but Big Bear local.
I'd say actually maybe Menifee, like Paris. No, maybe it is. It is maybe. I don't know. I don't recognize it.
They're from San Fran.
You ever go coasting down like hills like this?
Do I go coasting down hills like this?
Yeah.
I've gone down a couple of hills, not like this long, dude. No. These fools are from San Francisco for sure. I know the skateboarder. It's like Tan Napper, and no, they're from like San Francisco, so they just are used to skating
Looks
hills.
Good.
They're just used to skating hills like that all the time.
That tattoo is gnarly.
Yeah.
that finished tattoo was crazy.
Do you remember when I think Steve-O got a tattoo like that done in a Jeep off-roading by the singer from Black Flag? I can't. His name's escaping me for right now. He's in a lot of shows too.
Dang, no, I don't remember that video at all, but that's hilarious. So that's probably where the inspiration came from.
Oh no, he did.
But-
He said like, "Thank you, Steve-O, for the idea and the board idea as well." So
Oh my, that's crazy, dude. All right, I wanted to ask you guys' opinion real quick. How about the submarine thing? Have you guys heard about it?
oh my
with
gosh,
the Titanic.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Yo.
man, why? I don't understand why rich white folks do these kind of things.
I mean, like
I watch a lot of
250,000
mountain climbing and the cave diving stuff. They like to do this kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah,
like,
let me get close to a lion or a bear as well.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Let me go scuba diving in a cave. All the caves look the same, but they love to scuba dive in caves, like and climb Mount Everest, like, and then they get in submarines and
yeah. Put me in a shark
yeah.
cage.
No, you see, not Nicki. Cardi B got into it with the son of one of the guys on the sub.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, because he said he was going out to a concert to like de-stress from it. And Cardi B was like, "You need to be at home worrying about your pops. You don't need to be going to a concert." And they got into a back and forth, and you know, now Cardi B, she's in the middle of it. It's wild.
It's like Cardi B, let them, stress, decompress how they need to. I'm just saying, dude.
Let them decompress a little bit at the concert.
Oh my gosh, she's just mad it wasn't a Cardi B concert. I feel like that's what it was. It's like I'm gonna go see Tim McGraw or something. I don't know. Dude, did you see that
Morgan Wallen concert?
Yeah. I guess one of the controllers they used to go look for the submarine was like a $30 video game controller. Did you guys read about that as well?
No, that was what was used for controlling the submarine.
No, it was like a Mad Catz controller from like GameStop.
$30 controller was used to control
it wasn't even like a PlayStation 4 controller. It was like a Mad Cat one.
I know.
Sure.
Shout out to Mad Catz.
Film of it.
Yo.
He put it up to the camera. He's like, "Oh, this was driving the boat."
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Did they find them? They
No,
found? No, still.
I think not yet. But shout out to Mad Catz. You guys do the job when I'm playing PlayStation. All right, So I feel like they're asking a little bit more than what they, are used to giving.
True.
Are they hopeful that they're gonna find it, or
At this point, I would think not. They should be running out of air at this point.
Yeah, I think they.
they say they have about like 30.
Yeah, 30
minutes
hours.
or-
30 minutes? Oh wow, yeah. I remember saying
is it 30 minutes?
30
hours.
hours.
I think it was 30 hours. Yeah.
30 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was 30 minutes, then this thing is over.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. What's crazy, and I'd say a little bit like in ill taste is that like, was it BBC Channel was gonna have like a documentary about it next week already?
Dang.
Like,
can we get a resolution first? Like,
yeah, dude. Like, read the room, bro. Give him a second, man.
Oh man,
I
maybe
can't
they're
wait
not
till
even in it.
conspiracy
Maybe those
theories
people aren't
come.
in it.
Yeah.
The whole conspiracy. Maybe they're gone.
Too much Luther has made him go numb.
Yeah.
That's a dark show, man. That's a dark show.
Shout out to Luther. Yeah, dude. I remember when I was like, that guy from The Wire has an accent. Also, the guy from Snowfall has a British accent. I don't know if I'm too happy about that either.
Oh no, he's British.
Yeah,
The guy from All American is British, and that's a show set in L.A.
Oh,
he's
man.
from Brooklyn.
Dude.
Hey, I'm a big UK drill fan, by the way. So
Okay, yeah. Shout out to those artists and stuff. Yeah, you know what? I think Chance the Rapper posted like a UK drill artist that was like rapping in a radio station the other day. I was like, gave this full follow because he was spazzing. He was spazzing on it.
That's crazy.
it was probably his name for a Central C. It was
I
probably
think so.
Central C.
Yeah, bruv. That's right. I
Yeah.
learned slang.
Crazy, bro. You dizzy, blood.
Oh man. Well, I want to say thank you again for taking the time and being part of the show. We got to get out of here. Hopefully we'll have you on again whenever you got a new something to promote.
Well, thank you, man. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for having me on, allowing me to promote my music, man. I
Of
really
course.
appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime, reach out, man. All right, I want to say thank you again, Abby Johnson, for being part of the show. Andrew Berkeley, Big Dog Tavares, thank you as always. You guys got anything to say before we get here?
Nothing, man. Loved it. Appreciate it again, man. Cassius King. Thanks for coming on, dude. Nothing but success for you, dude.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's
man.
go.
Thank you, man. And
Go.
anytime you guys need this on, and I can get Blue to come on with me as well. So just let me know, and we
Let's
can
do
make
it.
it happen.
Oh man, I'm gonna nerd out on that episode for sure.
All right.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. All right, go. Make sure to go tune in. Go listen to the Blue Tape, available on all streaming platforms. Thanks again, Cassius King. Go give him a follow and like.
KCAA Loma Linda. The Legacy K.